Why now, in 2012, should you be considering oil and gas partnership? Because oil production has been flat since 2005 and is projected to decline. The price of oil is going to continue to increase. Most people believe we are at or nearing peak oil, the point at which global demand exceeds projected supply. In economic terms, when demand exceeds supply, the pressure on price forces an increase. The impending supply crisis can potentially be an enormous opportunity for investors. There is no other industry in existence where the economic indicators are so predictive. When you factor in the political and economic importance of oil, those companies who are able to find oil and gas will have the potential of creating large returns for their investing partners. When oil prices change, it sends a ripple through the entire global economy, affecting both the price of goods and services as well as the availability of basic needs like food and shelter. Until a reliable and limitless alternative source can be developed, oil is and will continue to be the lifeblood of the global economy. Still on the fence? T. Boone Pickens, using OPEC revenues between 2003 and 2008 as a model, has said those revenues clocked in at $250 billion in 2003. But just 5 years later, they had skyrocketed to $1.250 trillion, 5 times that of 2003. If we don't do anything, Pickens said, in 10 years we will be paying $300 or $400 a barrel for the oil. The U.S. is already paying $1 billion a day for crude, he said, and it accounts for 2/3 of the country's trade deficit. That doesn't need to happen, though. If the U.S. used its own resources, Pickens thinks the move would lead to job creation, and those dollars would stay at home. The market has thinned out considerably over the years, meaning the oil producers left are lean and mean. In other words, out of necessity, they run extremely efficient operations and have the battle-tested experience to persevere through difficult stretches. Over 10,000 oil companies have left the U.S. field since 1982. And this opens the door for many opportunities. There are naturally risks to investing in oil and gas, but with those risks comes the potential for great reward. Successful investments in oil and gas can yield large returns over time. And unlike other investments with such high potential yields, those returns can come in a short period of time. Advanced drilling and imaging techniques over the past several years have revolutionized the industry. The availability of this technology to smaller, independent companies means that they can offer investment opportunities to investors outside of the major banks. Instead of being successful in previously unexplored areas, 1 in every 10 wells drilled, that number has risen to 6 or 7 successes for the same amount of money. Not only does this give better odds on returns for oil and gas partnership investors, but with so many more projects to develop, the smaller outside investor is afforded more opportunities to make quality investments. While investing in oil and gas carries its share of risk, one thing remains true that accredited, sophisticated, well-informed investors understand. The demand for oil and gas continues to increase, and investing in oil and gas partnership drilling programs can provide long-term economic benefit. Because even as a well depletes, its reserves can become more valuable. Direct oil and gas investment opportunities can provide income on a monthly basis, with returns tied to the production and the price of the commodity. To invest in oil and gas partnerships and get a check every month without any further effort may sound too good to be true. But the reason the payouts can be so high is because there are significant risks involved in oil investments as well. No other investment can give you the potential for significant returns along with a tax-sheltered income like an oil or gas partnership investment can. Sure, government securities can also provide tax-free income, but if you're looking for that, you most likely wouldn't be watching this. Are you ready to learn more? Great. Then complete the contact information form and we will be in touch. You'll also get to see and watch the rest of this presentation.